So good day guys, welcome on board on our YouTube channel, Next Star Hub. So I officially welcome you to the episode 6 of Real G's podcast. So I'm your TV host, Boniface Wright. And I have with me,
Monday Sulecha.
Today we're going to be navigating the topic which says youth have the potential to bring fresh perspectives to leadership. So Monday, I hope you have in you a whole lot to spit out today.
The truth is, even though you have the whole lot to speak out, you can't say everything at once.
Okay,
But
you say so?
We, the youth, we have.
Okay.
We need to say it out for the youth outside too.
Okay. So, Monday, what unique qualities and strengths do young people bring to leadership?
And the unique quality and strength the youth have to bring to leadership is the youth are eager to make the country expand, develop, and the youth are very, very much ready to support the leaders out there. But the leaders we are having, they only know themselves, they only know their family, they know their surroundings. Which other you, if you go to the trenches, you will see some potential youth who are eager, who are ready to support the leaders so that this country will be developed. You understand? So those are the things. The youth are really much ready to support the leaders, and they have the idea, the wisdom. The youth also have wisdom to support.
So you mean the youth are actually ready to take over leadership roles?
They are very, very ready.
Okay, wonderful. So how can youth leadership help address societal issues like inequality and climate change?
In as much as the youth are ready, the inequality and climate change, which you just said all about, we cannot make everything possible in this country. Like, first of all, example, during when Peter Obi was contesting for presidential election, he traveled to Egypt to study their electricity.
Okay.
He traveled to China, many places, Singapore, to study their climate change and one or two things about their country there. So he wanted to bring something there. And the youth were interested with what Peter Obi was doing because some of the youth were following Peter Obi's step on Twitter, on Facebook, back to back. So they were much interested to get what other countries are having to bring it to this country. You understand? But we, the youth, some of the youth, they still, despite our one mouth saying, they still betrayed us. The vote we were already casting for and tribalism and everything.
Okay. So what are some examples of successful young leaders in various youth?
I will say successful leaders in various youth.
Give me some examples.
I'll give you an example of Sowore. Sowore, that former SU president in Lagos University.
Okay.
That contested for president also.
Okay. In what field actually?
I didn't know his party. I didn't party. But Sowore is also a potential.
You said it's actually successful.
Yeah, it's actually a successful.
What field?
No, look at the kind of what Sowore is doing for the youth. So Sowore is a potential leader. When he was an SG president, he was locked up many times because he was saying the truth. And the youth, the students then were
but it still doesn't throw more light on what I was actually asking. I was like, okay, successful young leaders in various fields, you have different field of life, maybe the education sector, the health sector, the entertainment sector. Give me a lot of young successful people that we can look up to.
Successful people that we can look up to. It's like this lady that asked Jennifer Diary. Jennifer, that was the deputy.
That should be Akindele.
Somebody Jennifer.
Akindele. Funke Akindele.
Funke Akindele Jennifer. Yeah, actually, Jennifer was contesting for governor.
Okay,
somebody like Jennifer that is ready to come out and contest for governorship with his own candidate, with our own candidate.
Any other person?
And we have successful leader like Adewaju Deji. He's also a lawyer presently, and at least we the youth on social media, we are following and we are learning from Adewaju Deji.
Okay, so how can we empower more young people to take on leadership roles?
We the youth, we don't have the capacity, the things to empower the youth actually. let's just say our destiny is into our hand, but the leaders, they will be the one to empower us.
So like now, given an opportunity to okay, you have a lot of young people you are about to mentor. So can you just like throw more light to a way which we can empower those young people like to take up leadership role?
The young people, they are not ready, because I'll give you an example. If you ask somebody like, let me give you an example. Governor of Kogi State is 48 or 49 years old.
Okay.
Former governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, he was given the opportunity because Prince Audu died. And they said, okay, this one is a young boy, at least he can listen to people. They brought him into the game.
Okay.
Look at, he stole about 800 billion, you understand? That kind of thing. The EFCC are still looking for him.
So are you now saying the youths are not really actually
The youth are
ready
not ready, because even though you should bring anybody from the trenches, they will have to go and they'll go there and still fucked up again.
Okay. So to you now, the youth doesn't have the potential.
The few youth that have potentials, I would say Peter B also have a potential. Sowore has potential. Who again? This Desmond Elliot, as a prep member in Lagos State, he has potential because during he fucked up. Even though this is second tenure, they monitored him very well, but actually he later apologized and said he's ready to work. These are the kind of things the youth want. If you pick an example from Kenya, Ruto, their president presently. Okay, their president is a youth. The protest started, and he now dissolved all his office, he dissolved all his cabinet, and started appointing new freshers.
So what do you mean that the youth actually take corrections?
The youth actually
take corrections.
They will actually take corrections.
Okay. So what barriers do young people face when trying to what barriers do young people face when trying to access leadership positions?
The barriers, like this Nigeria now, there's what we call godfatherism.
Okay.
It's one of the barriers. Godfatherism. A person like me now, I don't have a godfather presently.
Okay.
I cannot stand up and say, okay, I want to go and contest for a local government chairman who is my godfather. I don't have. So it's one of the, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay. So you mean godfatherism is a major barrier?
It's a major
so any other one?
Major barrier that the youth are not, the selfish interest. The selfish interest, the youth are now having interest in, they want something personal for themselves. Yeah. Okay. They want something personal for themselves.
Any others?
Togri. The youth are ready to do togri. They are ready to go to any other length to make it and to be recognized.
Should that be a major barrier? Okay, if you say so, let us move on. So how can we bridge the gap between generations to foster knowledge sharing and collaboration?
We have to come together as a youth.
Okay.
We have to come together. We have to be one. Okay. And we have to be one nation. We should not use tribalism. We should not use religion. Okay. We just have to come together as a youth. And the love between us as one youth. We have to come together as one. Okay. Then we bring the battle.
So Mr. Solomon insists we come together as one. Okay. So what role does mentorship play in developing young leaders?
Mentorship, actually, I'll give you an example of mentorship.
Okay.
Peter Obi, Atiku is a mentor to Peter Obi. Okay. No matter, despite the separation in between two parties, okay, Peter Obi is still a boy to Atiku. You understand? So Atiku, if Atiku is in that race, Obi cannot succeed as a president.
You really say so?
That is just the simple truth. Because the vote will still be divided from that north because of Atiku.
So to you, mentorship doesn't play any role in developing young leaders?
Mentorship play a very big role. That's why I say Peter Obi is a boy to Atiku.
Okay.
Despite they were in different parties.
Okay. Mr. Politician, so how can we create opportunities for young people to develop like leadership skills?
Actually, before creating an opportunities like that, there are a lot of, they need to bring them close, employ them, bring them to different agencies. Someone on the street cannot just stand up and say he wants to become a leader, which he has never worked in an agency, which he has never worked in a big organization.
Okay. So you mean for young people to develop their leadership skills,
they
need
to work in an agency to know the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love your opinion. So, what are some innovative approaches to leadership that young people are bringing to the table?
Innovative approaches like young people.
Mm, like, what kind of approach do you think young people are bringing nowadays to leadership?
Next question.
Next question. Okay. So, how can we ensure that young leaders are representative of diverse perspectives and experiences?
Young leaders are representative. I give you an example. You know, if I'm speaking, I will give examples.
Okay.
You understand? Like Desmond Elliot is also a young politician.
Okay.
You understand? And the people which is representing, is representing people there, and the people there, if you do not do very well, they will come out and bully him. So you have to stand his ground and do the right thing.
So, what are the benefits of having young leaders at the decision-making table?
And the benefit one is, we the youth now, things are not like before again in the
Okay.
90s. Actually, we did witness that. Presently, things are really changing. Things have changed. You understand? Now you can see that despite the present leaders now, they are striving to make things okay. But the youth have to come into the system, into the power, because we have new things are revolutionary. We have new things around in different countries. We
But
also
if
need
we
to
are to check back way back as of 1967, before the begin, okay, before the
country represent.
eh? Before the beginning of this civil war,
Mhm.
during the regime of Sir Yakubu Bello, is it Yakubu Gowon? I mean, yeah. So he was actually around his 30s. If I stand to be corrected,
Okay.
around his 30s. So if you check the decision he made during those days, do you think the
Those
youths
those
are
things they did it with the military power. We
okay?
are in democratic or not.
Okay, you say okay. If you say so. So okay, how can we address potential concerns about inexperience or lack of wisdom among young leaders?
We have to call them to order.
Okay.
Just have to call them to order. But the problem they won't listen. That is the problem. But we
Can you
see
give me an example?
okay now they are preparing to go and protest.
Okay.
The people who are preparing to go and protest to call people to order, they are scared. Me and you, we are scared. So that what happened during that NSAS will not happen.
Okay.
But we still have to put more effort to call them together.
So how can we create a culture that values and supports young leadership?
That's why I say love. The love, we need to create a love between ourselves. Like now, presently, in the Southwest here, I'm not a Yoruba guy, but in the Southwest here, we need to talk to them in the local. It is not your turn. It is not your father's right. So we need to come together as one, as I said
So you
earlier,
mean we must tackle bad leadership,
by
bad
coming together
governance,
as one.
the units come together as one. Okay. So what advice do you have for the youths out there?
And the youth, they have to come out. This country belongs to us.
Okay.
It's for us. We have to come out and grab it. Let's get this thing right. Look at what is happening in Kenya now. The youth came out. They came out and they got it right. So it is left for us. If really, I don't think the youth are suffering. If they are suffering, they will have sense and come together. They
Okay.
are not suffering, no. They are
Okay.
not suffering. If they are suffering, they will come out. They will get things right. The
Wonderful.
next election, 2027, they will come
So
out and get
since
it right.
since we have been enlightening on youth taking over power, youth taking over leadership, I would love to throw this question at you. If you're given an opportunity to become the president of Nigeria today, what will you do to like revolve
And
Nigeria?
the first thing I will do is my cabinet.
Okay.
First of all, I appoint the youth,
Okay. So you
responsible youth. There are
okay.
different between responsible youth and youth. You understand? And before I'll get there, I'll get a godfatherism. Normal before anything can happen. Godfather is very important. So before, okay, if I'm given the chance, my cabinet will be youth. People who will listen to me, people who I will listen to.
Okay.
I won't do things autocratic. Everything will be democratic.
Okay.
And I'll make sure the appointment will reach each state, streets. where complaints are coming from.
So you mean that is the final solution to
The final
problems in
solution,
Nigeria?
the final solution to Nigeria, the final solution to Nigeria,
As
my
you are
brother,
like
I
given
cannot.
opportunity. Like imagine you're on the presidential seat now. So what's your
Imagine me on the presidential seat now. Tinubu there is suffering it now. Imagine me as a youth,
on
as a
the
president
as the
now.
president now?
I will
Since
face it. I will face the hot seat. I will get bullied. That is what I want. They should bully me. That's what the youth want. That's why they are pushing Peter Obi there, because they will bully Peter Obi. They will have access to Peter. Now Jagaban you won't get access to. Where you won't follow, you can't. So those are the things. Me as a youth now, people will have access to me. They will talk to me. Chama, this thing na like this go do. So street like this. Na so it should be. Na so it should be. Not you passing a bill 700 billion for this. Where are the money going to? You have to get a good leader that will think about the people on the street, not only the people who have already
so I'm
made it.
patrolling this light on you now. What is the exact thing now you are going to do that is going to reform Nigeria?
The exact thing I will do, first of all, our electricity,
Okay.
you first of all get that right.
Okay.
Electricity is very important. And then, no, and agriculture
Okay.
in this country is very important. During
So
Buhari
actually,
time,
if you become a president today, you work on electricity and
electricity and
agriculture.
agriculture, yeah,
That's all.
because these are things we have here. And the petroleum too. Even though the petroleum actually is one of our major source of income in this country. But everything has been Yoruba say dabaru there. It will be very difficult to work on it actually. But we thank God. I will see what I will do on it.
Okay. So I'm Mr. Solomon Charles. Monday, I welcome you once again on our YouTube channel. I would love to see more of you maybe in another session in the future. So thanks for your time.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. God bless you, sir.
You're welcome.